Batshuayi is out on the right wing. The Arsenal team, Ramsdale in goal, Partey, White, Saliba, Tomiyasu, Odegaard, Rice, Havertz, Saka, Nketiah and Martinelli. A round of applause for Dan, who got it absolutely spot on. Tomiyasu comes in for Timber, and it's an unchanged 11. Other than that, Gabriel remains on the bench. Trossard is also on the bench. It is the exact same 11, bar Tomiyasu coming in for Timber.
Look at that bench.
That's a stacked bench.
Look at that bench. It really is.
It's a fantastic bench, but this is incredibly brave from Mikel Arteta. Look concerned, what's wrong?
No, I'm not concerned like that. It's a difficult game though.
It is a difficult game.
Yeah.
But Gabriel, listen, let's go straight into it. Gabriel, what do you think?
I think, it confirms that this is his preferred, lineup. Obviously with Timber or Zinchenko ideally being our left back. I think this is the transition. I mentioned towards the end of last season that this, what we were seeing last season might not be the end product in terms of Arteta's philosophy, because he is a new manager. And what we saw last season is by far the most complete set he's had to work with. But then he's had another summer of spending 200 mil, so this is how it's evolved. Yeah. I want to see better than we saw against Forest. I am surprised by it. I'm wondering, is the rumours to, Saudi Arabia or Real Madrid or whatever else is true with Gabriel? Has that caused any friction? Maybe it's not ideal. Maybe some of Gabriel's team raised the interest from Saudi a couple of weeks ago. And Arteta, we know how Arteta is with bringing in players. If you're entertaining other clubs, then forget about it. We were not interested. So if a player at the club is entertaining other clubs, or maybe the people around him are, then maybe this ain't ideal. Maybe this isn't the evolution that he wanted. Maybe it's a case of, all right, if your head's turning, then you're out of the side. So I don't know what to make of it so far. Obviously the transfer window's still open, so in a couple of weeks, with everyone here and everyone fit, hopefully we'll know exactly the lineup he wants to go with. But for now, if we're talking about the lineup and not much change aside from Timber and Tomiyasu, we didn't play that well against Nottingham Forest. We controlled things. I wasn't worried after going 2-0 up, even after they scored their goal. But overall, against Palace away from home, I think it's Monday night. It's a much bigger test. So.
It wasn't scintillating stuff at all from Arsenal against Forest, but there was some positives, in fact plenty of positives, but I know what you mean. It didn't feel like we got to the levels that we got to last season, especially early on in the start of the season, that first half. There have been rumours / reports coming out about Gabriel since the 11's been announced, so we will obviously keep an eye on that.
It's all going to rest on that. I think this whole Mikel Arteta era could potentially rest on Havertz and how successful this signing is or isn't.
Yeah. Do you know what? Just quick, James. We said there was pressure on Mikel Arteta this season. Even more so with he's doing stuff like this now. Even more so because you brought Havertz in. You have to make that work. You've got to make it work. Now we're changing the formation. You've got to make that work. And 2 games in, people are questioning it because it's new. That's what it is. Some people don't like change, do they? They like the 4-3-3. Everybody saw this as last year's side, but with Rice instead of Xhaka. Now we're seeing complete change. It's got to work. It's got to work.
I would challenge that slightly again because, okay, let me talk from my perspective. And I can't speak for everyone, but for me, it's not just that it's new. Last week against Forest, I didn't mind it because I was willing to win it 2-1 rather than 4-0. Doing something new that might be the future and the evolution. I believe that Palace away is a step up in terms of difficulty, in terms of the atmosphere, in terms of the pressure they'll put on us. They were occupying last season because they've just switched the way the formation alternates.
Right.
Oh, this is good from Havertz.
Go on, Kai.
Nice touch.
Go on, get a shot away. Oh,
nice.
That's lovely. Martinelli. Oh, he's run into trouble. Still with Havertz. Saka, can he shoot?
Oh my days.
It's just going everywhere in the box. Rice does well.
Get there.
And it's back to Martinelli. Havertz did really well in the build-up there to keep the ball, start the attack.
Age to shoot, man.
It did. He wanted to come inside. Good from Tomiyasu.
Almost every set piece.
You see them fouls in the box when it's penalties and corners all the time.
Take that.
There's just more leniency to it.
Havertz wins it back with Saka. Oh, Eddie's turned well. Eddie's in. Oh, He's hit the post.
Wow, that was everything but the goal.
It was everything but the goal.
Everything but the goal.
That would have been unreal from Eddie.
That was really good from Eddie.
Everything but the goal. Well done, man.
Havertz, Partey and Saka do really well to win the ball back. It rolls it to Eddie. Lovely
Great
turn
touch.
from Anderson.
Great
Holds
touch.
off Gehi. And he's just trickled the post.
That's so unlucky because that's great.
That's
great
really
skill,
good
man.
from Eddie and
And
Nketiah.
then week of four.
Ooh! And actually, he's not even properly wrapped his foot around him. He's not able to. He's had to just stab it towards goal.
He's falling back. He's falling down.
He's trying to hit it in his stride.
Yeah, that was unlucky, man.
Yeah.
Great bit of individual class from Eddie, man. Fair play.
Unlucky Eddie. That's twice in the space of 3 minutes he's gone, let me try and drag us through.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And good on him. Good on him. That's the kind of stuff Jesus does. Twisting defenders, turning and missing chances. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Here's Partey. Odegaard now. We haven't seen enough of Odegaard, I'll be honest. Against Forest, even when we were struggling to score.
That's all right, though.
Here's Rice. Rice, he's found Eddie. Eddie's in. Oh, he's lifted over the bar.
So you see, we go from one chance where he done amazing to even create the chance and get the shot off, to
He's
a chance
lifted
where
over.
it needs to hit the back of the net. That needs to hit the back of the net.
To me, the angle and the distance
Saka
from
into
goal,
Odegaard.
it's too close to try and dink it.
And Rice, he's miles on.
It looks, it's too
Bury
close.
it. He's just got.
you've just
he's
got
just got to.
bury
He's just
that,
got to put his
man.
foot through it.
Too
Just
close.
smash it in. Why
too
is he
close.
flicking it over?
Too close to try and dink it.
Oh, away from the keeper.
Martinelli.
Straight
And
into
this
his
time
hands
the
again.
keeper punches out. And
Way
it's a
too
touch from
close,
Ben
man.
White. And he needs help and he gets it from Saka. Saka who's shielding Ayew so well. I mean, it's brilliant.
He's not going to book him. He's not going to book him.
Saka is the master at pinning down defenders and spinning them like that. Very Salah-esque. Salah is brilliant at that.
A couple of years ago, everyone was saying he just needs to develop that little bit of strength and learn how to guard the ball. And he said, all right, I will.
Yep.
Well, Inswinger would have been better here, man.
Oh,
Nice.
it's gone.
Too heavy.
To Nketiah. Is that a penalty? The ref's having he's given a pen. It's a penalty for Arsenal.
One thing I would say, Nketiah maybe gets there first, but he's not in control of
No,
the
he
ball.
isn't. No.
He is not in. That
think
ball
they'll
is getting
rescind-
pelted
think they'll
out.
take it back?
No,
That ball is getting pelted out of
No,
play.
they have to give that.
He's giving it into. And does Johnson get anything here? No. Stone wall pen.
That isn't clear and obvious. They can't overturn that.
No.
That's a pen. That's a pen.
The thing is, you're absolutely right. How much? He'd blown the whistle. He'd blown the whistle. The ref. I've seen him. And he's rolled it into Eddie. Does Johnson?
He gets nothing.
Penalty.
He gets
Yeah,
nothing.
It's a pen.
And I just say, superb from Martinelli.
Yeah.
Is-
And Eddie.
Unbelievable.
Is Saka
like,
taking
vision.
this?
Yeah,
it's
well, I
gotta
guess
be-
it's
it's
Saka.
gotta
He's
be
the first
Saka,
choice taker. I think Odegaard and Havertz are better takers, but I think he'll give it to Saka. And what's so you raise a really interesting point here, right?
They're looking at a foul in the build-up. They're looking at a foul in the build-up.
Possible
Look here,
attacking
Partey.
foul.
Yeah.
Party.
Don't.
It's too soft. It's too soft. It's too
dare.
soft. It's
They're
too
saying
soft.
Party. They're saying
dare.
Party
It's
is
too
fouled.
soft. It's too
Give
soft.
a foul from Partey here.
It's too soft. It's too soft. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think they'll give
Nah,
that.
man.
He's nowhere near it. Come on.
Come on.
That's an
even
off-the-ball
them-
incident.
Given.
Good.
Even them checking that is a bit of a.
Yeah, they're trying,
What
aren't
are
they?
they really trying to do?
Saka's the third most highest captain player this week in FPL. Yeah,
Wow.
after
Well,
Haaland
now
and
they're
Salah.
messing around with the. Are they messing around with the spot sign because the Arsenal players are complaining? They're not happy.
Odegaard's going to take it. He's just threw the ball to Odegaard, did he not?
Martin
Yeah,
Odegaard.
Odegaard is taking it. He's giving it to Bukayo Saka.
First Ollie Watkins doesn't take a pen.
Or
No,
is
Saka doesn't take a pen.
this?
Hey, he's missed 2 in a row, isn't
Yeah.
it? Aside from the.
He scored the
Community
Community
Shield.
Shield.
Community
and he
Shield,
missed
he
the-
scored, didn't he?
Right, so my next on the chopping block here, because I said Odegaard should be taking it, and I said it very confidently, thinking Saka was taking it. So
You think Odegaard should
No,
be taking
I think Odegaard should be taking it, and I said it with such confidence.
Martin
Odegaard
Odegaard steps up.
That's good.
And now we're 1-0 up.
Arsenal lead
And now we're
Crystal
1-0 up.
Palace.
Now we're 1-0 up. Now we're 1-0 up. Now we're 1-0
We
up.
needed that. We needed that.
Well done, Arsenal. Well done, Eddie Nketiah. for the run. Well done,
Yes.
Marseille, for the pass.
Yes, Eddie Nketiah is alive. He's alive. It's all well and good someone playing the pass, which takes an element, but the man has to get there first.
And he did the same thing against Man United, but he got a shot away that time. Do you remember in the US Tour game? He scuffed the shot. Lovely from Odegaard. He steps,
Nice.
and there he goes.
You're not saving that. If you're going the right way, you're not saving that.
Man, facts. That was a really calm penalty. That.
Beautiful penny.
Really nice, really nice.
When Martinelli sets off.
Yeah, see?
Havertz, he just thought, I'll have a go here. Yep, nowhere near anyone, but you know what, fair enough, he's had a shot. I just got the Turkish look.
I don't know what he wanted to do, but
Yeah.
the execution was crazy.
Oh, Tomiyasu on a yellow card.
You don't need to do that, Tommy. You don't need to do that.
He's on a yellow card.
He is. He's
off.
off. He's off.
Tomiyasu's been sent off.
What a ridiculous thing to do.
He's had a poor game.
Yeah.
He's had a
to be
poor
honest,
game.
he has. And now Mikel Arteta's telling Anderson where to go.
You don't want anyone else booked for dissent though, because they book you quickly for this. Just get
Hold on, Odegaard's the captain.
Just get on
so
with this.
the referee should talk to him now. I've got to be honest, I think this is a second yellow. No! No!
What do you mean?
Is that what he's booked him for?
Bro.
Where?
Yeah.
No!
he doesn't.
Guys, there's nothing there!
He doesn't.
He's not done anything!
He doesn't.
Where's the bar?
He doesn't yank
No, but
him.
the VAR can't
You
overturn
can't
yellows.
overturn a yellow,
They can go
so
straight
it's
red, they
screwed.
can't.
Guys, he hasn't grabbed him.
Yeah,
He must have
didn't.
done something, man.
He
What do you
didn't.
mean he must have? Where did you see he didn't do
He
anything?
didn't. He didn't.
I don't know. He must have done something for the guy to drop.
Yeah, he's on a yellow and now he wants him sent off, so he's dived.
That was a potential chance for him to run into space and create an attack.
Nah, he wants him off. He wants him off. There is no, I'm sorry.
There wasn't a foul
no way that is a second yellow.
There wasn't a foul
It's not
there.
a foul.
So what do we do now with this system?
No.
You do not want half an
On your
hour.
bike,
Yellow.
Yellow.
You're going to book him, right?
Yellow.
Are you going to book him?
You got to pull your card out there, bro. Sorry? Sorry, what?
Yeah, fucking joke. Fucking useless. They're all so shit. Bin these refs, says Boneface. Makes me hate watching football. But we can't protest. Can't protest. You get a yellow for protesting. So, man is shit at job. Man tells man he's shit at job. Man who's shit at job books the man who tells him he's shit at his job.
Yeah. And retains his job week after week after week.
Yeah, and retains his job. And might be brought back, by the way, a few months later on some advisory role. Let me advise you on how to be shit. I mean, oh my God. It's just like, oh, God. Honestly, nothing winds me up in football more than the standard of refereeing and the way that they are run as well. Out of play. He should have hit a corner, but anyway. Yes, we've won it. Arsenal get over the line. 1-0 at Palace.
That's Declan Rice. That's Declan Rice, man.
Done. That is Declan Rice man of the match.
Come on, big 3 points, man.
That is Declan
Because it's
Rice,
another
man
game
of
he
the
didn't play well in,
man.
and it's away from home, clean sheet. Declan Rice puts in probably man of the match performance for us.
I didn't want to say it when it was happening because I didn't want to jinx it. But one, it looked like they've trained to defend against 11 when they're down to 10. And two, I cannot remember one clear-cut chance after the red card. Everything that came in, we actually negotiated pretty well.
Yeah,
we
I
dealt
agree.
with it well.
I
I just
agree.
didn't want to say it because if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. But in general, if you're going to go down to 10, we invited it, I get it, but we dealt with it well. So fair play.
Yeah.
I agree.
Fair play.
I agree. And that's 2 games Arsenal have ended nervy, but had the minerals to come through what could be a sticky situation, showing a little bit of character. Do we want better in the 90 minutes? Absolutely. Did we, like in the Forest game, see flashes? Sure. I think Arsenal should have had 3 goals today with the chances they had.
Yeah, Eddie should have definitely scored a second one in the first half.
Yep.
Yeah, and at that point, you're looking at 2-0 by the time the red card even happens, even if it is a red, right? And it's still a lot more comfortable than that.
Agreed. This is a horrible place to come, Palace. It always is. I'm sure it's a lovely ground. Horrible away game, and Arsenal had to show something, and they did. I still think the red card is a joke. I do. I'm sorry. I barely see a yellow card in the 2 yellows, let alone 2 and a red. But okay. And Arsenal, one of 3 teams to get max points with Brighton and City. Dan Potts, awfully quiet.
Yeah, man. I don't like that, man. I don't like that. I'm sorry, man. I can't have a game like that.
What happened to champions find a way and all that?
I know, man. I know, but listen, I'm with Sharoy in terms of how defensively positive that we had towards the end of the game, but I can't walk away from that and be like really 100% happy, man. There's still a lot that's missing, I think. And I have to say, strike-wise, up top, I think I'm looking more negatively up top today than I'm looking positively. I think for me, defensively, there's some positives, but up top, should have taken some chances early on today, James, and we don't have any of this worry at the end. You know, Eddie's got to do better for me. Martinelli, he's got to shoot in the first, 3 minutes of the game, 2 minutes of the game. And then we're not talking about holding on to a 1-0 and bringing on Jorginho's, Zinchenko's, Kivior's. We're already 2 or 3 up, you know. But listen, we take the 3 points today, man, because I'm exhausted by the end of that, man.
Yeah, agreed. Sure.
Bruv, I would have taken a clean sheet at Selhurst if we had 11. So the fact that we've done it with 10, this is one of those that because we got the 3 points, take it and get the fuck out of there. But that does not mean that there isn't a fair bit to dissect before the next game week, because I think there's going to be a lot of people talking about system, a lot of people talking about personnel, a lot of people talking about refereeing decisions. There's a lot to unpack from that game, but 2 of the 3 things that I just named, they're within our control.
I think some real positives are, and you flagged it, Turkish, you all did, the Declan Rice performance, fantastic.
Man of the match for me.
Man of the match, I thought he's brilliant. Going forward as well as defensively, the ground he covers is unreal. I thought Aaron Ramsdale did really well, claiming crosses, punching when he had to, making saves when he had to.
Went long when he had to.
Yeah, I thought he was very, very good. I actually think defensively, what happens after the game is you then start to reflect on the chances and the big moments, knowing we don't have that anxiety because we know the result. And it's a bit, I feel how you felt about Forest last week. Yes, it was kind of nervy because it was the 1 goal, but when you reflect on it, apart from Eze maybe nearly winning a penalty, they didn't do anything. The Edouard chance, I actually think he still needs to do really well to direct that into one of the corners. So I think defensively a lot of credit. We came to Palace and dominated large parts of the game, especially that first half. Then we could have had a goal or 2 for sure. We didn't do enough offensively. You can see that there are still relationships being built there. And now you've got 2 home games in a row, Fulham and Man United. Those are opportunities, maybe not Man United, but Fulham. Opportunity to really try and build on those relationships again. But I just think you come to Selhurst, you win, you get out of there with 3 points. City did the same, very unremarkable last year at Selhurst Park, and they got a penalty because of Elise, and they won 1-0, and they didn't have the 10 men defending to do. So I'm happy, I'm genuinely very happy. 6 points.